Good morning, I'm Coach Raymond. I'm a history teacher at North Shore Senior High School. I'm here to give you a quick tutorial on how we can use Desmos. Desmos is primarily a math-related website that teachers can use to present lessons to their students, but there's some things that we can do as history teachers, I think, so I'm going to show you a few of those things. So over here, we're just going to click Sign Up, agree to their policies, and then you can sign up with Google right here. And now I'm just going to log in using my GP Apps account. Okay, from this home screen, we're going to choose Browse Activities under Teachers. And then this is going to give us a whole list of math-related activities, but what we're interested in is over here on the left-hand side. So it says Your Activities, and under that we're going to go to Custom. And this is where we can build our own activities. Okay, so what I'm going to do is choose New Activity. I'm going to name it Desmos Tutorial and create New Activity. Now this is our screen where we're going to be doing all of our work, where we're going to create the lesson anyways. So in this blue bar at the top, that's going to track all the different slides that we add to our presentation. Over here on the left-hand side, we have all the tools that we can insert into our presentation, and then our main work screen is going to be right here in the middle. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a text box or a note. That's what they call it. So you click on the note, it pops up. Now, if I had instructions for my students up here where it says add a title or instructions, that's where I'd put it. And then in this note, I can type in anything I want. I can adjust the text a little bit, make it italic, make it bold, or I can turn it into a link. And then for every one of these tools that we insert, there's going to be these three dots in the top right corner. And the note, it just allows us to delete it. But in some of the other ones, it'll show us a few other things, okay? So one of the things I can require from my students is text input right here. So up here, instead of having hello as my title, I would have a question. And then when the students see it, they're going to be able to enter their answers in the text box. You can have it show responses that other classmates have shared, or you can deselect that. And then again, there's not very many options with this one. Okay, so to add a new slide, all I do is come up here in the top left on the blue bar. I click the plus sign, and it adds a new slide for me. There's several other inputs that we can use for our students. We can use multiple choice. Again, your question would go up here at the top. And then you would enter your answer choices down here below. It does have the option to add an image if you select that. And then the other thing that I really like is you can have your students explain their answer. So right here, because this box is checked, after the students submit their answer, a box will pop up where they're required to go in and explain their thinking or explain why they chose that option. Now with multiple choice up here in the options, I can choose to randomize the choices. That way the questions don't, or the answer choices don't show up in the same order every single time. So we can delete that out. Check boxes is going to be exactly like multiple choice. The only difference is you can select more than one as the right answer. I can add an image. I can randomize the choices. And then if I have multiple answer choices, to set the key, and it's the same way in multiple choice, to set the key, I would just choose the correct ones over here, and it'll save that. The next thing we can choose is an ordered list. So if you were to have students put things in chronological order or rank them based on their preference, you would just put that up here in the instructions. And then you get to choose your two labels. So it could be newest, oldest. Make sure that you note that the one on the left is for the top and the one on the right is going to be on the bottom, just like it says here. And then you go through and you add your the items that you want them to sort. Unfortunately, it won't allow us to insert pictures right now. Hopefully that's something they could add in the future though. There's several other tools that you can use. You can use Sketch. I think this is something where you could insert like a map or a cartoon or something, and then students would have the ability to draw over the top of it. The way you would do that is right here where you select the background. You can choose a custom image. That'll import that image, and then students have the ability to write on top of it. There's also media, where you can put in a picture or a video. You could insert a table and have students fill in part of the table. And all of those that I've talked about so far, you can put multiple tools on the same page. So, for instance, if I wanted to insert, let's say, a cartoon, not that one. This is actually pulled from U.S. History Star Test. So I've inserted media, then I'm going to insert a note. And this note is where I put the question. That's question 2, because this was actually question 2 on the test. And then I would insert multiple choice, and I would insert the multiple choice options, whatever they were. And now I can drag these around and reorder them. So just these 3 lines here, I can click that and drag it underneath the picture. And then on the multiple choice part, I can click that and drag that down to the bottom. And now this whole slide is going to show the picture for the students. Then it's going to have the question. Then it's going to have all the multiple choice questions, or all the multiple choice answers, excuse me. The only one where you can't add multiple tools to the same one is if you come down to the bottom and you choose card sort. So this is actually how I originally found out about Desmos. Mrs. Flatt sent this website to me and said, hey, you could probably use this for a card sort. And I started playing around with it, and I kind of like it. So if I want to add a new card, all I do is click math or text right here, and this will allow me to type whatever I want. The only option that I'm really afforded here is I can make it a large card, so it'll just show up a little bit bigger on the student screen. And then I can also insert an image. Okay, up here in the top right corner, you have your options, but again, the only one allowed here is to delete. And then you can go select an answer key, or go set the answer key. And now if I click and drag, I can create my answer key. When I hit done, then when the students perform the activity, it'll tell them either that that's correct or it's incorrect. So once I've finished creating my presentation, I'm going to go back to the dashboard. So by clicking the D over here, it goes back to the activities page. Now, in order to assign this, I have to create classes. So click Manage Classes, add new classes, and now I can import my classes from Google Classroom. So just go through and select the one that I want to import. So I'm going to use my test class. And now you can set some of your preferences to where it posts to Google Classroom. And then you just hit save. And now if I go back to my assignment, to my custom activities, right here I have my Desmos tutorial. I click back into the activity. Now I can select assign, choose the class I want to assign it to. And after a second, it should be done. Okay? So that was a pretty quick tutorial on how you can use Desmos. Hopefully it'll help you if this is something you're interested in. If you have more questions about it, I can get a little more in depth into specific tools. Just let me know if that's something you'd like to see. But thanks for watching and have a good day.